Tremids, Tindangles, Chemicrators, Xenobirds. Do you know what all these decks have in common?
You have no idea what any of them do. Hey, what's up you guys? You're watching Team APS, Paul here.
And Alex here.
And, oh wait a second, you've been gone for a while, haven't you?
It's been a couple months.
In today's video, we decided that we would talk about a bit of a problem that we have seen in Yu-Gi-Oh! Over the last couple of years.
And I've definitely seen it. I've played it.
The over-release of these really bad archetypes.
Konami opened the floodgates and just been pushing out all of these archetypes, and only some of them can actually be good.
We'll get like one good archetype, right? But then we'll get a lot of really bad archetypes. And why are they bad? Any number of reasons.
They're just meant to pad out the packs.
Sometimes they're decent, sometimes they're kind of interesting, and they just don't come together. Because Yu-Gi-Oh's been releasing packs so quickly now,
we're getting just so many bad archetypes relative to the actual good ones that make waves.
Yeah, and they just end up as binder fodder and like shoebox food. And you know all about this, right? Like you like
these are the decks that, you know, people like me pick up. You get your For Hires, you get your Gem Knights. You get these decks with these interesting styles and effects and arts, and you think, oh wow, I'm gonna pick this up because it's interesting, not because it's automatically going to be meta. I'll just wait for support to come out, you know?
Yeah, and then that's where it all stops, because
that's where it goes
some
wrong.
of these decks don't even get that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Already has a power creep problem, right?
Yeah.
We've said this, you know, for years. Like, previous meta decks, like, you know, Burning Abyss and Mermails and Cosmos and stuff, already kind of have trouble keeping up and, you know, staying relevant. The thing is with these archetypes, though, is the fact that, like, they are oftentimes dead on release.
Yeah, and that's a huge problem with many of the decks I've played. Aqua Actresses. Do you even know what they do?
Exactly.
I do, because I actually tried to build them when they came out. You know, this is a fun deck. But what these decks do are, they do one thing rather well. They might be a little consistent at it.
Yeah.
And that's all they'll do.
Or like me, I wanted to build a Morphages. It's a pendulum deck, it has an anti-meta element to it. You know, if you have a Morphages, then it, like, your opponent can't use spells, or can't use traps, or can't like summon extra deck monsters.
So you can lock them down, basically.
But it's slow, and it doesn't actually get to do its strategy, and it only got one set of support, so...
Rip.
And that was the end of that story. Like, there is no more to a Morphages than that. It's not that these archetypes even necessarily need more support.
They just need good
support. Like, they're just fundamentally bad, and then Konami forgets about it.
Yeah, for instance, let's look at Vendreads for a second.
Oh yeah.
People love Vendreads. Vendreads had a good look. They actually had decent effects.
Alec knows all about that.
Yeah, he knows that pain. But people were frothing at the mouth for some good back row support. Not traps, spells. So an extra ritual spell, some, I don't know, some draw card, maybe a draw card or something.
Some pluses in their effects. And I think that it also gets really annoying because you'll sometimes see these archetypes will have their best cards used in other decks.
Oh yeah.
You know all about that.
For instance, Gem Knights, that hurts my soul. Their Brilliant Fusion is used in every other deck in the world.
Yeah, and then you've got like Predaplants. You know, Ophrys Scorpio and Darlingtonia Cobra, great splashable engine. They can search Brilliant Fusion. We both feel the pain.
Honestly, any deck that uses those cards is better than these decks themselves.
Exactly. Instead of being like these one and done sets, like, you know, Xenobirds that never get support again, you have these archetypes.
All the support.
Yeah, super heavy Sams and like Raid Raptors and stuff where they get overloaded with support almost, I would say.
And none of it is good. Well, not none, but very little of it is
so
good.
Little is good.
Support.
And it's just like, you have like 20 sets of support. Konami, why can't you make these archetypes playable?
We're not trying to trash anyone who loves this deck. We're saying that
decks
are inherently flawed.
And then Konami knows it. Like, it's a problem that has happened for years, and Konami, they have the power to fix it.
If they don't release more, at least some more support for these archetypes and decks, they're just going to be relegated to tier 3 status very quickly.
And in the last few years, Yu-Gi-Oh's gotten a new set like every 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, we just got Battles of Legend, we're getting some starter deck like tomorrow. We're like, it's just, There's always, and then Shadows in Valhalla, and then Cybernetic Horizon, and then Legendary Duelist
They're coming
thing,
even
and
faster.
yeah,
Jeez.
these things are coming like faster and faster and faster, and it's like more and more archetypes just come out. Nobody plays them, and that's a problem. They don't even have like the Blackwing appeal or the hero appeal.
They don't have any kind of staying power.
There's no
Some
fan
of them
base
are
to them.
actually just kind of random. They come out of nowhere. They may not even look that good. Tendangles.
Yeah, yeah. Tro was trying to build Tendangles, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna make this. You know, I'm gonna try to like see what I can do with this deck. Because Tro usually can make like bad decks into something playable.
I mean, cubics.
But even he was like, he texted me like last night. He's just like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you know, with Six Samurai, right?
Oh god.
People love Six Samurai.
Yeah, people will play that. That was okay. I mean, the Secret Six Samurai cards weren't very good, but people still played it because it was Six Sams.
Exactly, and Blackwings get that. Heroes kind of get that. Like those
Vampires even get that to an extent.
Yeah, even vampires, but not, you know, Tramids.
Truma?
Right, like, you know, it's like Trahu, not even prediction princesses.
That's not a real archetype.
Yeah, like just
Don't make things up.
one of these. You remember GeneX and stuff like that from Duel Terminal? Oh god. Weather Painters, I love Weather Painters art.
Yeah, I was surprised that they weren't played. Especially when people thought Weather Painters were going to be this big thing.
Yeah.
It was going to make these impossible boards.
Yeah, like with the get out, oh, their little rainbow thing and it can negate stuff. And it just comes out and people forget.
Yeah, because it didn't actually wow anybody on release, and then they got no support, so people
forget and they just move on to the next thing, and then it, like, that's it. These spin-off sets, they always do this. They always do this little thing where they make there's 3 archetypes.
Always 3.
Always 3. One is, you know,
the good one.
the great, incredible one that has some $80 card or something. Right now, that's Sky Strikers. And then there's like
The other 2 are just
the other 2.
meh.
Sky Strikers.
But it also had the for hire monsters and vampires.
Yeah, vampires are cool. They're kind of like, you know, fan favorite a little bit.
They're niche though.
They get some support.
Let's be very honest. Vampires are niche.
And there's for hires. A decent archetype. Like, it's not awful.
Yeah, it's a fun idea, but
It's cute, you know.
honestly,
Oh, furries. But
you know where this is going.
exactly.
Shiny pieces of cardboard in your binders.
Yeah, except Beat, who somehow seems to be expensive.
Yeah, let's hope it stays that way.
But I mean, even before then, we have like Spirit Warriors with the Weather Painters and the Muskets and the Six Sams. Fusion Enforcers, expensive archetype, invoked, bad archetype, Predaplants. Like, it
Poor
just,
Predaplants.
it really sucks. I want to even build some of these decks. Like,
I mean, Predaplants have hope,
they have a lot of cards.
maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, like, at the same time, it's just like, is it even worth it, you know?
How do we fix this? What can Konami do to actually address these issues?
I think that there's at least one solution would be stop with the one and dones, right?
Yes. No archetype, no deck type should ever just get one
Set of support.
even if it's good support.
That helps in 2 ways. It means that if an archetype isn't great on release, it can get better in the future. And it also means that people won't forget.
With all these releases, it's becoming too much. These decks are being quickly forgotten the moment they come out. You might as well remind people they exist maybe a set later or 2 sets later with some support for it.
Make these archetypes like playable on a fundamental level.
Yes. Don't release an archetype that actually can't be used in the current state of the game.
Exactly. We know that these decks, not every deck can be a meta deck. Not every deck can win nationals.
Yeah, we're just saying make them locals playable.
Exactly. Like, some of this stuff's not even like, can't even stand up to tier 3 stuff. You know, like it's like tier 20.
Yeah, don't make that vanilla stuff that you make at the beginning of every format. Oh, we've made a new summoning type, so let's make some really bad archetypes to go with it.
Cybers. We're not talking about like if you play these decks saying that you're bad, if the deck is complete garbage, you should give up on it. It's that Konami needs to stop doing this.
You know, I still like all of these decks. I will probably always play the bad stuff that come with the good stuff, because you know, the good stuff might be a little annoying. People will take that, run away with it, they'll min-max it, and then you'll feel bad for playing it any other way than the best way. With these bad decks, you can play them your way. You know, I'm actually going to make a video like on my favorite archetypes. It's kind of related to this.
What do you guys think, right?
Yeah, so which other forgotten archetypes are there that just no one cares about?
Yeah, leave them in the comments. Normally when we ask this, I kind of have an idea of what people will leave. But this time, there's so many decks.
Yeah,
I actually don't know.
This time next week, who knows what'll be on this list.
If you like the video, give it a thumbs up.
Subscribe to the channel if you love the video.
And of course, hit the notification bell so you'll know about all the new content. And we're doing a giveaway of a San Diego Comic-Con playmat.
Say what?
Exactly, yes, they can win an exclusive Jade and Yuki playmat. All the details are down in the description as well.
Can I win this playmat?
They can enter and give it to you. You guys would do that, right?
Right?
Anyway, that's going to be it. We will see you guys in the next video.
Pass turn.